Hi guys, so the goal of the Tories has been to drive people off welfare benefits and into jobs. Doesn't matter if they're able to do those jobs or not, or if those jobs will lift people out of poverty. This has been part and parcel of Conservative ideology over the last number of decades. And they can't just come out and say it. So Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor, came up with probably the worst excuse ever for not providing people on benefits like universal credit with more money. A computer problem.
The technical problems, that sounds like an excuse, but the operation of our welfare system is actually technically complicated, and it's not necessarily possible to do that for everybody. And actually, many of the systems are built in a way that can only be done once a year, and the decision was taken quite a while ago. Before, but
you managed to put the furlough. You designed the furlough scheme for most of the UK popular working force for a few weeks.
But the welfare system works in a very different way, and we're constrained somewhat by the operation of the welfare system, so it can't be done for everybody in that way. But we are still supporting people.
What does it require you to say, okay, everyone who's on welfare, we're going to increase it by a certain number of pounds a week or a month or whatever? It's a number in a system. It requires a user. So somebody has to maintain this software. Somebody is responsible for the data going in. So if you change the number at the beginning, it's going to trickle down through the system. And he's trying to suggest that it's impossible or nearly impossible to do that. This is an excuse. It's, I've heard a lot of excuses from Rishi Sunak, but this is probably the worst one yet. We can't increase welfare benefits because the system won't allow us. Then change the system. Obviously, there isn't a problem with the system. It's a problem with the ideology here. We don't want to give people more money. So we want to convince them to do jobs, even if it doesn't lift them out of poverty, even if they're not able to do these jobs. We're going to put pressure on job centres. We're going to put pressure on the Department of Work and Pensions to drive more and more people into employment. Once again, it doesn't matter if it's employment that actually lift people out of poverty, will actually allow them to pay their bills and feed their families. That's not important. We just need to, fiddle the books a bit, cook the books, fiddle the numbers, make sure it looks like we're driving more and more people off welfare and into employment, because that wins votes. Doesn't matter if it's lifting people out of poverty or not. In most cases, it's not. And, if we, the Tory ideology is if we give people more money, then they'll stay on benefits. So we have to come up with excuses, even ridiculous ones like this, not to give people more money. As the journalist pointed out, if you wanted, you could. During the furlough scheme, you were able to create a system in a number of weeks that would provide people with the money they need. But when it comes to welfare, no, it's beyond our control. Once again, if the system isn't working, change the system. Obviously, the IT system is working. The problem is ideology. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.